So we are completing the questions which are there in the last exercise, which is problem set 2 of chapter number 2 of mathematics 2, which is Pythagoras theorem. We have completed studying all the theory that is there in this chapter. We have understood that this chapter is very, very tightly linked with what we have studied in chapter number 1. Also, this is tightly linked with what we have studied last year in triangles and right angle triangles. Today also, we will not look at the theory again. We will not going to do any kind of revision, but we will jump into more questions. We have already completed question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We will start with question number 7. Question number 7, which has a star mark, but once again, I promise you, all the 18 questions in this problem set, none of them are difficult. At the same time, none of them are easy also. We have to read the question, all the questions correctly, carefully. We have to understand them with calm, cool mind. And then we will have to remember, we will have to understand what all we have studied and how we can use them to solve each of the questions. But none of the questions is difficult, promise you that. So in question number 7, it says, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Now quickly come out of mute and tell me, if a triangle is equilateral triangle, what will be the measure of each angle of that triangle? I'm waiting for someone to speak up. What will be 60 degree, correct? 60 degree, very simple. If it is an equilateral triangle, it means all the three sides will be of equal length. And because of that, all the angles will also be of the same measure. So some of the three 180 degree, whatever kind of triangle it may be, because all the three angles are of same measure, each angle will be 180 divided by 3 equals to 60 degree. Good, you know this. Now it says point BC is on the base BC. Point P is on the base BC. So let us start drawing. A, B, C. And it says P is a point on BC such that PC is 1/3 of BC. So if you see, if this is total BC, उसका 1/3 मतलब यहाँ कहीं होगा, उसको 3 बार ऐड करेंगे तो पूरा बन जाएगा. So this is the point P. P is a point on BC such that PC equals to 1/3 BC, 1/3 BC. And AB equals to 6 centimeters. Okay, AB equals to 6 centimeters. The question is to find the length of this line segment AP. First of all, we notice that we don't have a right angle here yet. If we don't have a right angle here yet, we will not be able to use what we have studied in this chapter. So first of all, we need to create a right angle. So let us say we draw a perpendicular from A to BC. And suppose it intersects BC at the point D. At the point D. Now we have right angle triangles. Not just one, not just two, but 3. We have a right angle triangle ADB. We have a right angle triangle ADP, and we also have a right angle triangle ADC. Now, because triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle and it says that AB equals to 6 centimeter, tell me how much is BC? Come out of mute and answer. What is the length of BC? Very easy question. Yes, Prachi, correct answer. 6 centimeters. Equilateral. All the sides are of equal length. If BC equals to 6 centimeters, can we find out PC? Yes, we can, because it says PC equals to 1 by 3 BC. We know BC equals to 6, so PC equals to 1 by 3 into 6 equals to 2. Tell me now, what will be the length of the side AC? What will be the length of the side AC?
6 centimeter.
Louder, please.
6 centimeter.
6.
Correct, Karthik. 6 centimeters, because it is a equilateral triangle. Now, is there any way we can find this side? Let us think and tell me, if can we find PD in any way? We cannot find the length of PD yet, but now let us look at triangle ADC. Let us look at this triangle. In this triangle, angle ADC is equal to 90 degrees because of the construction, and angle ACD equals to 60 degree because it is a angle C is part of the bigger triangle, which is equilateral triangle. We are looking at triangle ADC. Now, we have a triangle ADC in which the two angles are 90 and 60. This tells us that the third angle, which is angle CAD, which will be equal to 180 degree minus 90 plus 60, which is 30 degrees. That is this angle. So triangle ADC is not any random triangle. It is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. 30, 60, 90 triangle. Just now we revised the formula for 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now use that formula and try to find out the length of AD. Try to find out the length of AD in triangle ADC. Waiting for your answers in the chat. We know that the side opposite to the 60 degree angle in a 30, 60, 90 triangle is root 3 by 2 times the hypotenuse. Here the hypotenuse is 6 centimeters long. So 6 by 2 is 3. So when we write it the proper way, we will write 3 root 3. So we have found AD, 3 root 3. Now look at triangle ADB. Triangle ADB. This is another special right angle triangle. Once again, in this triangle, angle ADB equals to 90 degrees. Angle B equals to 60 degrees. That means this angle is also 30 degrees. The bad angle, angle BAD, is 30 degrees. So triangle ADB is also a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now, can you use the formula for 30, 60, 90 and find out the length of BD? Try, find and tell. Now BD is opposite to the 30 degree angle. And we know the side opposite to the 30 degree angle is calculated as 1 by 2 times the hypotenuse. Here again, the hypotenuse is 6 centimeters long. 6 by 2 is equal to 3. So this is 3. So out of the total BC, which is of length 6 centimeters, BD equals to 3 centimeters, and PC equals to 2 centimeters. Now can you find out how much is BP or PD? BD is 3 centimeters, PC is 2 centimeters, that is 5 centimeters, total is 6. So automatically we can say that our DP is equal to 6 minus 5 equals to 1 centimeters. Now you see, after we drew that altitude AD, we created 3 right angle triangles. We have used one, we have used the other one, and if we use the third one, we can find the final answer. Let us do that. Now look at triangle A, D, and P. In this triangle A, D, and P, AD is equal to 3 root 3. We have already calculated. PD or DP is equal to 1. We have calculated. The only thing that remains is AP, which is the hypotenuse. So use the Pythagoras theorem and help me calculate. If I write here 3 root 3 ka square plus 1 ka square, you tell me 3 root 3 ka square kitna hoga? Come out of mute and say
3.
3 root 3 ka square is not 3 beta. Absolutely not. Someone else? Square root of 3 ka square is 3, but it is 3 root 3. So 3 ka square is 9. Root 3 ka square is 3. 9 into 3 is 27. Plus 1. So the answer is square root of 28. This is a correct answer. And this is a complete answer also. But just to write in the simplest form, inserts, class 9. This 28 is 2 into 2 into 7. So this becomes 2 root 7. Both are correct answers. Both are correct. You will not lose marks if you leave it at square root of 28. But that's not a beautiful answer. The beautiful answer is 2 root 7. Question number 8 reads, as Muskan read, from the information given in figure, prove that Pn is equal to Pn is equal to square root of 3 multiplied by A. Looks a very complicated diagram, but it is not. Once again, it is not a complicated diagram. We can use Pythagoras theorem multiple times to solve it. It's not difficult. We may also use Apollonius theorem to use it, to solve it. And you know, Apollonius theorem uses Pythagoras theorem to prove something. And that is the reason, if we use Apollonius theorem, the answer will be shorter. If we use Pythagoras theorem, the answer will be much longer. So let us try solve this using Apollonius theorem. You will help me write the solution on the screen. But where do we begin? Where do we even begin? Understand the question and understand the diagram. We have a big triangle, PMN. And then we have connected the vertex P to 3 different points on the side MN. And those 3 points are Q, R, and S. Because of that, now we don't have just 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. There are more triangles, more such triangles. The good news for us is we already see PS perpendicular to MN. That is, we have a 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle hai, uska matlab hai, we can use so many things to try solve this. And it is a very symmetrical diagram. Symmetrical diagram means left jaisa hai, right bhi waisa hi. A. Everything is of length A. And we have to find PM and PN. So clearly, हमको अंदर से start करना पड़ेगा from smaller triangles, and then we have to go out to find PM on the left hand side and to find Pn on the right hand side. If you observe very, very carefully, in triangle PMR, observe triangle PMR. In this, you would realize that MQ equals to RQ. Dekho, A and A. That means PQ is median. If PQ is median, we can use the Apollonius theorem. I will write the left hand side of Apollonius theorem for this triangle. You will come out of mute and tell me the right hand side. Because we are looking at P wala angle, so this angle we are looking at. So I will say PM square plus PR square equals to. Now you tell me what will come on the right hand side using Apollonius theorem. I lost your voice, Prachi.
2MQ square.
Karthik, louder please.
2MQ square.
2MQ square. Where is MQ? Okay, you are taking the base. Okay, that's okay. 2MQ square and something else will. Correct answer. You have written it in the chat box. It will be PQ square plus 2PQ square. Twice the square of the median and twice the square of the half of the other side. This is from the Apollonius theorem. PM, we don't know. Okay, let it be. PR, it is given as A square. MQ is given as A, so 2A square. PQ is also A, is 2A square. Now, if we take all the terms with the variable to one side and keep PM on the other side, our PM square will be equal to 2A square plus 2A square is 4A square. And when this A square comes here, it will be minus A square. So 4 minus 1 is 3A square. Now, if we take square root on both sides, we will get PM equals to square root of 3A square, which is equal to root 3A. आ गया. Now, if we use the same logic for the other triangle, now we will use PQN. PQN. Just like PMR. Now we are using PQN. In this, we will see that QR equals to NR. That implies PR is a median. Because this is a median, we can apply the Apollonius theorem. When we apply the Apollonius theorem on the triangle PQN, because the median is drawn from P, we will look at this angle. So we can write PQ square plus PN square equals to 2PR square, that is twice the square of the median, plus 2, we can say QR square, we can say NR square also, whichever you want to say. Once again, when we substitute the lengths here, we will get PQ is a. So this is a square. Pn square remains as Pn square. Pr is a. So this becomes 2a square. Nr is also a. So this is another 2a square. So here also Pn square comes to 2 plus 2, 4 minus 1, which is 3a square. And when we take the square root on both sides, Pn will be equal to square root of 3a square. So this becomes root 3a. Now you can say from 1 and 2, Pn equals to Pn equals to root 3 by a. Let us first draw to help us understand this question better. It says there is a parallelogram. Okay, let us draw a random parallelogram. And it says diagonals also. So I have drawn the diagonals. Suppose this parallelogram is P, Q, R, S, and suppose the diagonals intersect at T. We know that diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. What it means is T is the midpoint of PR and T is the midpoint of PR of SQ also. So we can draw like this, indicate like this. Now, if we look at triangle QTS, in this triangle, PT or TP is median. Because we have a median, we can use the Apollonius theorem and we can say PS square plus PQ square. Now help me complete the RHS. Come out of mute. Apollonius theorem. Help me complete the RHS. 2 something and 2 something. Karthik, you have said it once. You can say it again. Okay. Yes, those who have replied in the chat, it is correct. We will say 2pt square, which is twice the square of the median, plus 2st square. Left से हम लिख रहे हैं बस. QT भी लिख सकते थे, but we are just writing 2st square. Now we know PT is half of PR, so we can say 2 into PR by 2 ka square plus 2. ST is half of QS, so QS ka by 2 ka square. So this becomes 2 into PR square by 4 plus 2 into QS square by 4. Now 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. So this comes to PR square by 2 plus QS square by 2. Now, if we are smart, then in very, very short way, we will say, now in triangle SRQ, applying the Apollonius theorem, we can say RS square plus QR square. Now we are looking at this angle will be equal to, directly we can write PR square by 2 plus QS square by 2. वही तो होगा. It will be, we will take RT, then we will take ST, and RT is nothing but half of PR, ST is nothing but half of QS. So I'm skipping all these steps. And we can directly write the last step of 1 and we can get this 2. Is this okay, or you want me to explain how this has been done? If we add 1 and 2, add 1 and 2. Sorry, I think connection is a little bad. Now LHS will be added to LHS. So this is LHS, this is another LHS. So it becomes PQ square plus QR square plus RS square plus SP square. We got all the 4 sides. यही तो हमको चाहिए था. Sum of squares of the sides. RHS में क्या है? PR square by 2, PR square by 2, आधा आधा पूरा. So this is PR square. QS square by 2, QS square by 2, आधा आधा पूरा. So we have proved. We have proved that the sum of the squares of the diagonals are PR and QS, is equal to the sum of the squares of the 4 sides. Done. Sum of squares of adjacent sides of a parallelogram. So once again, we have a parallelogram in which we have 2 diagonals also and 4 sides. So suppose this is the parallelogram and we call it A, B, C and D. It says sum of the squares of adjacent. Adjacent means side by side. Consecutive. I told you that in your textbook, both in class 9 and 10, it says adjacent side. And it is right, but we should not say adjacent angles. We should say consecutive angles. So if we take AB and BC, they are next to each other. So what it means is we have to prove AB square plus BC square. It is given as it is 130. It is given. The sum of the squares of adjacent side of parallelogram is 130. If you ask me, sir, why not AD and CD? Yes, it can be AD and CD. Why not BC and CD? Yes, it can be BC and CD. Why not CD and AD? It can be AD and CD. Why not AB and AD? It can be AB and AD also, because opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. We can take any pair of the adjacent sides and the sum of the squares is given as 130. The length of one of its diagonal is 14 centimeters. The length of one of its diagonals is 14 centimeters. Find the length of the other diagonal. So if we imagine this, now the diagonals are AC and BD. It says one of the diagonals is of 14 centimeters. Now it is possible that AC is equal to 14. It is also possible that AB is equal to 14. We need not worry, because if AB is equal to 14, not AB, sorry, AC or BD, the other diagonal, BD equals to 14. If we take AC equals to 14, we can consider the adjacent side AB and BC. If BD is equal to 14, we can consider the adjacent sides AD and AB. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. So let us continue with the diagonal AC and the consecutive the adjacent sides AB and BC. Let us imagine that these two diagonals intersect at the point T. We already know that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That means AT equals to TC. This implies that BT is median in triangle ABC. If it is a median in triangle ABC, this is the angle that we are considering. We can apply the Apollonius theorem as I will write the LHS, you will tell me the RHS. AD square plus BC square equals to, come out of mute and speak, quick. Okay, I'm going with the what Chand has typed. He says 2a t square, and there is something more, plus what?
280 square
280 square is already
or
there, and 2bt square. Thank you.
2bt square.
Yes, done. Okay. Now all we have to do is substitute the values. Given AB square plus BC square is 130. You know, 130 is given. We are assuming that AC equals to 14. That means 80, which is half, will be 7. So this is 2 into 7 square. We don't know BT. We will find out. Now this has reduced to equation in one variable. This all of you can solve. So we will say 130 equals to 7 square is 49. 49 into 2 is 98 plus 2bt square. Now if we keep bt term on one side and take everything else to the other side, we can say 2bt square equals to 130 minus 98. 130 minus 98. How much is it? Help me solve it quickly.
32.
No. Is it only 32? Yes. It is 32. Now, how much is bt square? If we take 2 from left to right, this becomes division. So 32 by 2 is 16. Now, if we take square root on both sides, bt will be equal to square root of 16, which is equal to 4. Once again, the diagonals bisect each other. Then TD will also be equals to 4. So the diagonal will be 2 into 4, that is 8 centimeters. So one diagonal that is given is 14 centimeters long. The other diagonal is 8 centimeters long. We need not worry कि कौन सा diagonal कितना लंबा है. We can, based on what we are assuming, if we say AC equals to 14, then we will look at the sides AD and AB. If we say if we take AC equals to 14, we will look at the sides AB and BC. If we say BD equals to 14, we will look at the sides AD and AB. That is it. In this question, we have a big triangle ABC, which is a right angle triangle, and the right angle is the angle A, angle BAC. It is very clearly given in the question. The other information that is given is M is the midpoint of AB. The other information that is given is M is the midpoint of AB, but it is not written that it is the midpoint. It says CM is the median. Now we need to know that median means a line segment that joins one vertex of the triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. That means AM equals to BM. And in the diagram, it is very clearly shown. You see double lines are drawn on AM and BM. That means the lengths are same. Similarly, L is the midpoint of AC. ये लिखा नहीं है क्वेश्चन में, बट क्वेश्चन में लिखा है BL is the median. That means L is the midpoint of AC, and it is shown in the diagram. Single line खींचा हुआ है AL and CL, AL and LC पे. That means they are of the same lengths. Then we have to prove this. Looks so difficult. 4 आ गया, 5 आ गया, already बड़ा हो गया. No, it is not difficult. Let us understand how we start understanding the question, how we start taking the first steps. And for all these proof questions, we have to very clearly understand what is given and what has been asked. What is asked is about BL. Look at BL and tell me, is it just any line segment or is it a special line segment? Can you come out of mute and say, or if you think you are not able to speak, type it in the chat box. Is BL a special line segment? Can you see anything special about BL?
Yes, 90, 45, 45.
No, it is not 45, 45, 90. It's a line segment. It has got nothing to do with angles. Yes, Fiza, it is a special line segment. What is special about this? What is special about this? Prachi is saying it is a median. That is given in the question. What else is special about this? Khadija is saying it's an altitude. Absolutely not. BL is not an altitude. It's not perpendicular to any side in this diagram. What is special? It is a median and that information is given in the question. There is something else. I will tell you in 3, 2, 1.
Geometric mean.
No, it is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle BAL. It is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle BAL. If you have understood that, then you will be able to answer the next question. What is special about CM? We are looking for a similar answer. What is special about the line segment CM? Chand is saying it is also an hypotenuse. Correct. Khadija, it is not a perpendicular bisector. Khadija, is it you or someone else has logged in with your name? Karthik, correct. It is the hypotenuse for the triangle CAM. Right? So what I was trying to see, if you are able to see or not, is here we don't have just one right angle triangle, beta. We have 3 right angle triangles. One right angle triangle is triangle BAC. Another right angle triangle is triangle BAL. And the third right angle triangle is triangle MAC. We have to be able to see these things. When we see these things, we know that BL is a hypotenuse. CM is also a hypotenuse. We can use Pythagoras theorem. So if we use Pythagoras theorem in, say, triangle BAL, I will write the LHS, you will tell me the RHS. If I write BL square equals to, tell me, what do I write? Come out of mute and write. Tell me. Using Pythagoras theorem for triangle BAL, BL square will be how much? Correct. Correct in the chat box. It will be BA square plus AL square. Pythagoras theorem. Very, very easy. Very, very simple. Now BA is BA, that is okay. What is AL? AL is half of AC. So we can say BA square, AL की जगह लिखेंगे AC by 2 का square, which becomes BA square plus AC square by 4. Do we agree? Okay. Now you see there is a denominator. To remove the denominator, I can try multiply the whole equation by 4. If we do that, the left hand side becomes 4bl square. देखो जादू होना शुरू हो गया, हमको 4bl square मिल गया. And what do we have on the right hand side? We have 4 into ab square, ba square. So we can say 4ba square. And then ac square by 4 into 4. 4 gets cancelled. So we get ac square. This is equation 1. Is it okay? Can we move forward? Is this simplification clear? We are combining geometry with a lot of algebra. Now let us solve together for the other right angle triangle, MAC. Once again, I will use Pythagoras theorem. I will write the LHS. I will write CM square. Tell me what should be the right hand side. Speak or type, whichever is easier.
MA square.
AM square and
AM square.
plus
CA square.
AC
CS.
CA square. Okay, CA square or AC square. Both are correct. Good. That's correct. Now AC will remain as AC. It's the complete side. Now AM is half of AB और BA. हमने यहाँ पे BA लिखा है 1 में, तो इसमें भी हम BA लिख देते हैं. So BA by 2 square plus AC square. So now this becomes BA square by 4 plus AC square. Once again, just to remove the denominator 4, we can multiply the whole equation. You will not do this. You will say multiplying the whole equation by 4. You will write 4cm square. अरे बाबा, दूसरा जादू 4cm square भी हमको मिल गया. Is equal to, now BA square by 4 into 4. 4 gets cancelled. We have BA square plus AC square into 4 is 4AC square. This is equation 2. Now look at equation 1, look at equation 2, look at what we have to prove and tell me what will be the next step. You can speak, you can type. What will be the next step? Look at equation 1, look at equation 2, look at what needs to be proved. हमको कहाँ पहुँचना है? Final destination. और
We
बताओ.
will subtract.
Why subtract? Check again. Why subtract? Check again. Khadija is saying substitute. Why substitute? Check again. What is there on the LHS to prove? What is there on the LHS of our equation 1 and 2? What do we need to do? It's not subtraction. It's not substitution. It's much easier. Just look at the left hand side of equation 1, equation 2, and what needs to be proved. You need to get it on your own. Prachi is saying take 4 common. Na baba, usse pehle ek step. You have skipped a step, Prachi. See, in equation 1, we have 4bl square. In equation 2, we have 4cm square. But we need 4bl square plus 4cm square. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? The answer was in my explanation. वो क्या करना पड़ेगा? Correct. Add. What do we add? Add 1 and 2. Add 1 and 2. When we do this addition, LHS is added to LHS. So it becomes 4bl square plus 4cm square. And on the right hand side, we have 4ba square plus ba square, which is 5ba square. Then we have AC square plus 4AC square, which is 5AC square. Now 4bl square plus 4cm square. Now Prachi, we can take 4 common. BL square plus CM square. Now, here we can take 5 common. BA square plus AL square. Now, finally, if you look at the bigger triangle BAC, which is a right angle triangle in which BA square plus AC square is BC square. So we will say BC square, and we have proved it. Pythagoras theorem, Pythagoras theorem, Pythagoras theorem with a lot of algebra and addition of equation, as simple as that. The last question for the day reads, Pranali and Prasad. Are these names important to us? No. There are 2 people. One is a girl, Pranali. One is a boy, Prasad, or a woman or a man. Started walking to the east and to the north. So it is assumed that they start, not assumed, from the same point. Yes, it's not assumed. It's very clearly written. They are at the same point. And from that point, they start walking. Pranali starts walking to east and Prasad starts walking to north. How did I know? वो तो लिखा नहीं है, because it says respectively. So here respectively means the order of the names is same as the order of the direction. So first Pranali is mentioned, first east is mentioned, second Prasad is mentioned, second north is mentioned. So we know that Pranali is moving east and Prasad is moving north. And some people would be scratching their heads कि east, north, ये तो geography है, हम ये maths में क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं, क्या use है इसका है. Then it says at the same speed. हे भगवान, अब तो science भी आ गया. So let's stop here. Let us understand कि अभी तक हमको क्या क्या चाहिए. We need direction. So this is the guide to our direction. All of us should know this. This is the reference. If we know this much, then we will know that opposite of north is south. This will be east. Opposite of east will be west. This is one thing we need to know from geography. Second thing, from science, it says speed. So we will also need to know speed equals to distance by time. Without this, we can't solve this question. Without understanding, without knowing, without remembering this, we will not be able to solve this question. Can we move? Waiting for confirmations. Can we move? Okay, moving. It says, so they are moving. After 2 hours, 2 घंटे तक वो चले या साइकिल में थे या गाड़ी में थे, जैसे भी, they are moving. The distance between them is 15√2 kilometers. See, time is given in hours, distance is given in kilometers. The question is, what is the speed per hour? And our answer will be something in kilometers per hour. Where is maths? Where is the right angle triangle? It is there. Suppose they start from the point O. Pranali is moving to east. Prasad is moving to north. They start from the same point. They are traveling at the same speed. Now suppose after 2 hours, Prasad has reached the point A and Pranali has moved the point B. Now if I ask you a simple question, a fill in the blanks, that I need to understand the relationship between the distance that is covered by Prasad and the relationship that and the distance that is covered by Pranali. Yahi hai na distance. Prasad moved from O to A in 2 hours. Pranali moved from O to B in 2 hours. with the same speed. Tell me what will come in the fill in the blanks. Correct answer, Prachi. Let's see if others are able to think and answer. Because they are traveling at the same speed, because they started from the same point at the same place, so the distances will be same. Next step to answer this. What type of triangle is triangle AOB? What type of triangle it is? Speak or type. Now, because direction north is perpendicular to direction east, angle AOB will be 90 degrees. Because Prasad and Pranali started at the same time from the same point and they moved at the same speed, OA will be equal to OB. So this triangle AOB is a very special triangle. It is a 45, 45, 90 right angle triangle. Right? Using this, we have to find the speed per hour. There is one more information that is given in the question, but we have not put it on the diagram, which is 15 root 2. Can someone quickly tell me where is this 15 root 2 in the diagram? Which line segment is equal to 15 root 2? Very good, Prachi. It is the hypotenuse. Because after 2 hours, they are at the points A and B respectively. The distance, the direct distance between them is 15 root 2. This is 15 root 2 kilometers. 45, 45. So we have some distance, we have some time, 2 hours, 2 hours. All we have to do is, if we can connect the distance and time, we can find the speed. So first step in solution, in calculation, is to find out what is the distance that Pranali and Prasad have covered. That is, try to find out how long are these sides. Use the formula for 45, 45, 90 and find out the length of OA or the length of OB. And of course, they will be same. Find out and share. So we have a special right angle triangle, which is an isosceles right angle triangle. So we can say OA will be equal to OB, which will be equal to 1 by root 2 times the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 15 root 2. Root 2 divided by root 2 is 1. So we are left with 15. So this is 15. This is also 15. Now we know that Prasad covered 15 kilometers in 2 hours. Pranali also covered 15 kilometers in 2 hours. Therefore, speed equals to distance, which is 15, time, which is 2, comes to 7.5 kilometers per hour. क्या आप इसको 15/2 किलोमीटर पर आवर लिख सकते हैं? लिख सकते हैं. क्या नंबर कटेगा? नहीं कटेगा. कोई जरूरत नहीं है 7.5 लिखने की. लिखोगे तो अच्छा रहेगा. We solved 6 questions in detail in the session today as homework. If you have not already completed these 6 questions in your notebook, please do complete it and try the other 6 questions that are there in the problem set. We will definitely look at them in detail in the tomorrow's session.